Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today at this new episode of Booking Manager Academy after our summer break. Today I have a very special guest joining me, my Italian half here, Diego, Head of Support, will join us today to talk you a bit more about the API. So the topics of today Academy are the following. So we will talk about the Booking Manager widget, the API, custom website, starter website, site manager, which is our CMS. And of course, we cannot not mention Booking Manager Summit, which is fastly approaching. As usual, if you have any question, please feel free to use the Q&A section, or I will take a question also at the end. So let's start. So the first thing I want to talk about is Booking Manager widget. As many of you might know, we have this very easy solution that allows your website to work for you 24/7. It's a super simple integration. It's a few lines of code that you copy paste into your website and gives you access to the whole database of Booking Manager. If you're a charter operator, you can present only your boats, as it's the case, for example, with our client Adriatic Sailing, who uses the calendar function of our widget to offer real-time availability on the technical details of their boat. This is the agenda for today. And this is what I was mentioning, so the Booking Manager widget. As you can see, we have several examples of widget. It's a very easy tool. You get the code from us and you can integrate it in your website. It's customizable in the sense that you can decide which fields to show or not to show. You can have pre-filtered by country, for example, or by boat type. You can customize it to your colors to be fitting your brand, etc. All of these things, of course, we can help you, but it's also possible to do it through our portal, the web application. So here it's the new interface that you might have seen. If you go in the settings, you have the general settings, so you can decide to show the responsive look, which is the newest interface, or the classic look. If you want to allow your clients to have a possibility to book or only put options, you can put here your terms and conditions to be visible in the application. And also you can integrate the widget with the payment service. It can be Stripe, can be Revolut, it can be PayPal, and many more. Or in the create search, you can customize your search. So here you have your ID. I can pre-select for a country, for example, let's say in my case, Italy. I can select the language in which I want to show my widget. Of course, I will be choosing Italian in this case, and I can preview my, my widget. Also, if I am more advanced and I know how to use CMS, CSS, sorry, I can actually customize the colors, the filterings, the feature of the widget on my own. Of course, on our knowledge base, you have the manual with all the commands you have for filtering in the widget. So it's a very useful, very easy tool. It allows you in a few minutes to have real-time availability on your website. If you're an agency, for example, one cool feature of the widget is that you can you can promote some fleets. So if you have partners that are your favorite partners, the one you want to promote, then you can push the results to be on top of the search results, so they appear before the other. Of course, you can control who is presented through the widget if you're an agency by managing the partners through the portal. So on the portal, you always have the possibility to disable partners you don't want to work with, and this, of course, applies also to the widget. And if you're a charter operator, as I've shown, you can use the calendar tool, you can have the yacht details, the yacht list. So basically every detail that you put in your Booking Manager account can be shown directly on your website, and that saves you time, and you don't have to actually twice do the job to share it on your website and put the data in Booking Manager. Okay. Is there any question about the widget? Okay. Maybe not yet. You're warming up. Okay. The next thing I want to mention about the widget is for those of you that have affiliations. Maybe you're a charter operator and you're an agency at the same time, or maybe you're a network of agencies, or maybe you have partnered with sailing schools, and you want to promote use those partner sites to offer real-time availability. You can create an affiliation. So you can do an affiliate widget, which is a sub-account of your account. And this will allow you to use the engine on different websites, but also to track which bookings are coming from these affiliated widgets. So when you're going My Bookings, if it's a booking created through an affiliate widget, you will have this mentioned in the My Booking section. Okay. Then let's jump into the next section, which is the API. The API is a more advanced solution. The main difference is that through the API, you get access to the whole MMK database, same as the widget, but you access the raw data, which means that you can pick up this data to present it the way you want. You don't have any limits in the way you display it graphically. Of course, the limit is the data cannot be modified. So you get the availability, you get the price, you get the offers. And you can display it the way you want. And this gives you way more freedom in the way you present the information. The second biggest advantage of the API is that in comparison to the widget, the data are read by Google, so it helps with your SEO, while the widget, it's not read like any widget, is not read by Google, so it doesn't impact in positive or in negative with your SEO ranking. So the API allows you also to work on your SEO. Eric, I'm a charter agency. Where I can find the price of such widget? Is it an annual plan? Yes, it's an annual plan. The cost is 490 euros per year. And I will make sure that my colleagues from sales reach out to you after this presentation to give you more information. Okay. So with both solutions, you access the database of Booking Manager, but the API gives you more flexibility, but also comes with more challenges because you have to do the integration. So it's not an HTML code that you copy paste as for the widget. So the latest version of our API is the REST API, and it's easy to integrate API. You have access to the full database, and it's available at all time. So you have different calls, and I will now give the time to my colleague to introduce you how to get the API key from our web, and also what are the most common call that you might be using, and a few tips and tricks. Diego.
Hi, good morning to everyone. So the easiest, our API REST, it's working with an API key. So to start to use the API, you need to have your token. You can generate your token directly on your user interface. To do this, just click on Settings, API Integration, and on New. You can create how many tokens you want, and you can enable or disable them whenever you want.
Also, you can assign a user to the API key if you have multiple developers or multiple agencies working for you. You can assign a user so you know exactly who is using which API key, and as Diego was saying, disable the one you don't need anymore.
Exactly. The most common call in our system are get yachts. With this function, you can retrieve all the data or the important data for every boat. Here we need to make the first differentiation between API used by charter company and API used by agency. The difference is that an agent, when you use our API, you can call all the resources that are in the database. A charter, when he calls our API, he can call just his own resources. So, long story short, agents have access to all the database. Charter has access to his own boat. In the call get yacht, so we can see all the important data for the boat, from dimension to which kind of extra are added to the specific boat and specific product. Default check-in day, pictures of the boat, all the picture of the boat. This endpoint can be retrieved one time per week, for example, or more if you want, because it doesn't make sense to call this function every 20 minutes because the information of the boats are not changing so often. Get offers is the heart of our system. It's a function that, in my opinion, it's fantastic. You can call the availability of every resource in the system, calling week by week, by year, by month. Using the parameter flexibility, you can really call the availability how you want. You can call all the sailboat, you can call a specific company, you can call a model. So this call really, it's so flexible that he can switch your needs in any case. This call will give you back all the period when the boat is available. So, for example, we can call for a specific resource or for a specific charter company, all 2026 with a single call. This is called flexibility 6 in a year. In this case, we will get the availability of all Saturday to Saturday charter, and the system will give you all the available dates, plus for all available dates, he will give you the base price and discounted price, the amount of the discount, the amount of the obligatory extra. Everything is shown in the call. So you don't need to calculate discount, you don't need to calculate obligatory extra. Everything is in the offer, and you will have the offer exactly for the period that you need. How we recommend to use this call is to retrieve all the database during the night or when your website has the less amount of traffic, and publish the offers on your website. After that you publish the offer on your website, you can set a live check, so that when your client click on a specific boat, you can call directly get offers with this ID and this specific period, so that you have the availability on real time.
This allows companies like Globesailor, for example, to offer live booking. So on Globesailor website, you can actually, and on many others, you can actually book directly, your client can actually book directly the boat, and you have 100% certainty that the boat is available by doing this call at the time your client does the search. So for that specific boat, of course, not the whole database, as Diego was saying, so that you can actually be in confidence to let your client pay online for a boat that has 100% real-time availability.
Yeah, this is really important. And the API is a live system, so you can get the availability on real time. This is really important to say. After that, you find if a boat is available or not, you can start the reservation process. We have two functions for this. One is post reservation and one is put reservation. With post reservation, you will open an option on the system. In the option, you can enter the user, the amount of passenger. For example, for the boat that are offered for multiple bays, you can choose from which base to which base you want to open the option. So Also, in this case, you can enter several parameters that they give you the possibility really to book the boat in the way how you want. Now, if it's offered in this way, this is really important. After that, you open the option. So the boat is under option for your agency account. You can use the function put reservation. In this case, you need just the ID that you generate with post reservation, and you can book the boat. Usually, a lot of agents are using the call post reservation in a way that in this way they can block the boat, and after they are waiting for the payment from the client. On REST, you are able also to get the crew list link directly from the reservation that you had. The function is a single function called crew list link. You need just the reservation ID.
Also, what is important to put reservations through the API is that you just did the live call and you go right to your option or your reservation. So this way you don't have delay and there is no risk that somebody else gets the option or the booking in the meanwhile. So if, for example, your client gets a quote and you send a confirmation or a request for an option or a reservation via email, or you do a phone call, in that amount of time, maybe your client went shopping around and, saw it on another website, or maybe some of his colleagues that will be selling with him found it somewhere else. By placing the reservation directly via the API or through Booking Manager portal, you don't have any delay because this gets written automatically in the account or in the calendar of the charter operator and they get notified. So you have an instant connection between your client and the charter operator and you have the highest chance of, going through the process smoothly.
Okay. Another function that we have in our new API is get skippers. Get skippers in some way it's similar to get yachts. So you will get all the information about the available skipper in our system. Picture, CV, languages, which kind of certification they have. In this way, you can offer to your client a list of skippers that on what you have all the information. The call it's really simple. You need just to enter ID, or just without the ID you will get all the database.
We partnered about 1 year ago with Christian Sailing Academy, which is our main partner currently for the skipper. So those are professional skippers. They are trained, certified, verified by Christian Sailing Academy. And all the skippers that enter this part of our system are professional skippers. We do not work with individual skippers that are not a company. We for the skippers provided by Christian Sailing Academy, you get a commission if you book through Booking Manager, for example.
Okay.
Those 5 that we mentioned are 5 that can be used both by charter operator and agencies. Of course, there's many more information that you can get through the API. As Diego was saying, basically everything that you see on the portal can be more or less retrieved via the API. But we also have some specific features and calls that are dedicated to charter operators. And those are the next 3 that Diego will introduce you now.
Okay, the first one is set weekly price. With this function, a charter company can change via API the price for a specific period. So in our system, you can enter the period on your price list, how you prefer. My suggestion is to enter the price week by week. In this way, you will be able to change via API the price week by week. This is faster than do this manually. For example, if you want to use a dynamic way to enter your price list, so that you are able to change to enter different price in different periods and to update your price, you can simple use this call and update the price for the period that you want. Another function that we have is get invoices. With this function, you can retrieve and transfer the invoices generated through the system on bookkeeping program. The bookkeeping program, every bookkeeping program can receive invoices from our site. The important is that they use also the API technology in a way that we can share information. Last function, these are two functions, it's get post users. With these two functions, you can manage your address book API, and you can enter the users on a specific reservation. The users can be retrieved through the system with different filters, okay, with the ID. In general, the API works with the ID. The base of the data are a single ID. But in this case, you can filter, for example, by email, by first name, by second name, by phone number. In this way, you will be able to find all your users easily. How we suggest to use this function is that you can build on your website a window where the client can enter his own
personal space, a client space.
Exactly. Or you can call it whatever you want, just where the client, the final client, can enter his own information. Usually email, phone number, name and surname are the mandatory one. And connect this page with a call post users. In this way, whenever a client enters his data on your website, you will have the information of this user directly on your API and on your user interface in the address book.
Also, one usage that we didn't mention, for example, of the API is to build a chatbot on your website. So now you have AI also that you can combine, and you can make a chatbot that is a virtual assistant to your clients when they're maybe browsing your website while your sales team is taking some rest. So we have a few questions. George, is there an option to post new yachts or post yacht info?
Sorry?
I caught him off guard. Is there an option to post new yachts or post yacht info?
No. If for post new yacht means to enter the data of the yachts via API, at the moment we don't have this function. Why we don't have this function? Because we prefer to check the data first in order to check if the certification and the process of to enable the bot, it's all correct. You can send us the data of the bot that you want to enter, and we will enter the bot for you.
As you might know by now, because we have been repeating it for a few years, we have a quite strict verification process of the bots that enter Booking Manager. And one of the many things that we do, we check the documents of the bot. For example, for the Greeks can be the certificate of nationality, licenza di navigazione for the Italians, so on and so forth. And this allows us to reduce the risk of ghost boats and double boats. And if there's double boats in the system, this allows us to match them so that you know that is the same boat presented by two operators. Another question. As for agent using the search widget on the website, I would like to limit the search engine to show boats only by some criteria, as for example, not older than 7 years. I'm trying to change it, but it does not reload. Would you mind sharing if it needs more time to appear correctly on the website? As far as I'm informed, Diego, correct me if I'm wrong, when you set up correctly the filters, they're immediately applied. If you don't mind, you can tell me your company name or send us an email, and we will check with our colleague Dean, who is the most expert of all of us on the widget questions. And we can check, because personally I'm not familiar with the limitation by age of the boat. I don't know, Diego, if you're...
We can use different filters, but I'm not sure about this specific one.
Okay.
It will be really useful if you send us an email with the filters that you want to use, and we can double check.
Okay, next question. Our company would like to rearrange an additional meeting with Zdenko, so to go through this in detail. Absolutely, Mariam, no problem. Just let me know your company name, and Zdenko will be in contact with you. Zdenko is currently busy with Biograd Boat Show, so it might take a couple of days before he gets back to you, but definitely we'll make sure it happens. Can you please clarify our user customers in the booking? I think Diego mentioned this.
The users can be customer in the booking or can be just in your address book. From ours, you can enter the ID of the users on the call post reservation. So you will have these specific users on this specific reservation. But if the process of reservation doesn't go through, he can be just a contact in your address book. So with call users, you can create a user in your address book. After, you can use this user on a reservation for marketing purpose, for whatever you want, finally.
Okay, Ioannis, what is the cost of the API? If you let me know your email address, my colleagues from sales can, or phone number, whatever you prefer, my colleague from sales can reach you out and give you more details about this. And Mariam Kranrial, yeah, it's fantastic. I will pass on the message to Zdenko so you can arrange a meeting soon. Okay, do we have any more questions about the API? Is there any other call that you would like to explore? Any other question about this? Can I track user activity with Google Analytics inside the widget? Good question. I think you can, Mitar, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm pulling this out of some drawer in my memory. But it's actually an excellent question, and maybe we can get you the answer soon. I think it can, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, next question. According to API, we have few options on reservation status. We can only change option to confirm status or cancel, but in the system we have several reservation statuses like owner week, etc.
Okay, if you are...
And I assume you're an operator, right, Tufan? Okay, we will reply as if you're a charter operator. Yes, I am. Okay, fantastic.
In post reservation at the moment, you can open just you can just confirm an option, but in the put reservation you can just confirm the option, but in post you can enter the status as a parameter in the body of the call. So for example, if you enter the in post the parameter status with the status, I don't know, 11 sleep on board, you will have a reservation with status sleep on board.
Okay, next question. Is there more questions? Okay, we will move forward if you have questions. Oh, here. Calling reservation is used to place a new option in the booking manager system. The system creates an option with standard discount obligatory applicable option. In this request, status is always 2.
Yeah, this is for the agency. If you want, I can send you an email with all the information that you need so that I can send you also example of the call. Tufan, pardon.
Could you please clarify how the MMK API handles caching on the client side and server side specifically? I'd like to understand whether responses are cached by your system or if all requests are processed in real time, and whether there are any recommended caching headers or strategy we would implement on our website for optimal performance. This is actually an excellent question. Diego.
Okay, all the calls are in real time. What we suggest is that you cache the results on your side, on your local database. In this way, the performance are better and faster, and you don't put too much pressure on our server.
Also, it makes it, your website more reactive and faster. What we recommend, as Diego mentioned before, is, for example, you can do full get offers once a day. We usually suggest overnight. For the yachts, you can call it also every night, every other day, once a week, depending the season, for example. There's not many changes in the yacht information and yacht details in August, for example. So caching this information makes it easier for your website, because they have this information readily available. And what you can do is get offers on a specific get offer specific on the request of your client, if you want to do a live check availability before, for example, posting an option or a reservation. So this is how we recommend you operate. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been trained well. Next question. Is there any future plan for webhook call, like created a new reservation? It would be very nice for us, because we have to always make a call on API.
Yeah, at the moment we don't have webhook, but for sure we are taking in consideration all the suggestion of our client. So at the moment the webhook is not present, but as I said, we took in consideration all of your requests, so we will see in the next future.
In the next future, yes. As you might have seen, we had quite a lot of changes and development happening in the past months, so one step at a time. Mariam, don't worry, sign off, go to your meeting, and thank you for being with us today. Okay, any more questions? I thought this would be a fast one, but guys, you are really on fire with questions about API. I'm so grateful that I have Diego with me today. Okay, so for those of you that want the flexibility of the API, but don't have the resources, the time, the availability, possibility, whatever, of building a website, integrating the API, we do offer custom websites. So these are a few examples: Barcando, NCP, ComCharter on the charter operator side, Northeast, and many more agency websites. So this is a specific solution which is between the widget and API that is developed only to be used on our websites. So this is a ready-to-use website. We provide you a design mock-up that you approve. Of course, it's customized. As you see, those are very different. Somebody have management of the boat, somebody have destination and itinerary. So it's a custom-built project. It's not a template, so it's really built according to your needs, and it's integrated with the Booking Manager database. So this allows you to offer the whole boats that are present in Booking Manager database, or your own boats, through a system built by us. Of course, being integrated with Booking Manager, it means that if you're a charter operator and you change prices in your Booking Manager application, then automatically your website will have the latest prices. So it removes the extra steps of maintaining a website. Of course, the websites, are built in a way that are SEO optimized, and you can create text, add blog section. You have the hands on the content of your website, so you're fully independent. For those of you that prefer a quicker website, a quicker solution, exactly. We have starter websites. The difference between a custom website and a starter website is that starter website is a pre-templated. It's a template our graphic designer developed, and you can choose your colors, your branding, but you have a set limit of possibilities on what the website will look like and what is the content of the website. So you can see here Bali Catamaran Charter, Crossail, Amarea are clients that decided to build a website with us, and they chose the starter website, which is also delivered quicker, given that you provide us the content for the website. Also, our website supports multiple languages. There are advanced features that we can develop for you. The payment can be integrated if I didn't say it already. So there is a lot of things. There's basically all our expertise, get shown through those websites. Is there any question about any of what we talked today so far? Diego is hoping for more API questions.
No.
In any case, if you have API questions after this academy, feel free to contact Diego. Okay. No questions. Both our starter website and our custom website come with a CMS, which is called Site Manager. And this allows you to have hands on the content of your website. So you can create new page, remove pages, add content, change pictures, etc. And of course, we provide training about the CMS with the websites. And for that, it's not Diego. Okay. No question? So I will take the occasion of talking about websites and API and all of this to invite you to Booking Manager Summit. Sorry, I have a question. What is the pricing for the website? It depends if it's a custom website or a starter website. If you reach to us or give us your company name, then my colleague can have a first call with you to see what are your needs and then define together the project that suits you the best, and you will get a price quote accordingly. Could you please confirm what level of access we have to ready-made MMK website? For example, we are able to modify or override elements such as CSS, layout, and general styling, or is customization limited to predefined parameters? Manolis, I think that you have hands on some things, but I don't think you can actually act on the structure of the website, so on the code of the website. For the layout, it depends. There's blocks that can be integrated or removed, but I would suggest that I ask one of my colleagues to get in contact with you to define better your project so that we can give you an exact answer depending on what are your needs. Because of course there's customization possible, but there is a limit in what can be customized and changed in a starter web. Can you copy paste, import old CMS into your CMS? Good question. I would not know. So let me get back to you on that one. How much does cross-sale template cost? For example, I didn't do the sales, so I have no financial details to share with you. But if you're interested, the easiest is to have a call, which is, of course, absolutely free of charge, and we're happy to have a call with you. And then we can discuss this in details according to what are your needs. Is there a plan for WordPress plugin or any other solution for integration with WordPress site which will include implemented or prepared API solution. Not that I'm aware of. Concerning our website, we have our own CMS, so there is no integration with WordPress. Concerning the API,
the API, it's raw data, so you can implement the data that you take from our API also on WordPress, but we are not working on the implementation of the API on the website.
Okay.
In this case, for example, maybe a widget can be a solution for you if you want all the database on WordPress website. Maybe the widget can be useful.
Okay. All of these things, among the many topics of the Booking Manager Summit, there's SEO and how to integrate, how to have a performing website. This year, for the first year, we will have actually have a panel talking about websites and how to optimize the websites and what are the latest trends on websites. So I strongly advise you, if you have never been to come to the summit this year, if you're interested by those topics. And if you have been, this year the concept is quite different because we have many more workshops and we have more panels. So we have the two traditional panels for charter operators and agencies. The one of you that have been knows what they know what I'm talking about. But also we have about digitalization, about destinations. We have a lot of interesting discussions coming. And to leave you with something nice on this very great day, I have a giveaway for you. So one lucky of the ones that took the time to be with us today will get one free entry to Booking Manager Summit for this year. So the winner will be contacted by us tomorrow with an email. And for everybody else who doesn't get the free ticket, we are offering as consolation prize a 10% discount on the current rate for the summit. So please, if you haven't done it yet, contact us. We will be very happy to have you at the summit, and you can have all the questions ready for Diego because he will be there answering those questions. Okay, is there any future plan for REST API, mock, sandbox, and SOAP? Whenever I use to REST API or SOAP directly calls to production, it makes integration hard to us.
There is no plan of a mock or a sandbox, but you can we can give you access to our demo company. So you can call on production, but your call will not have any effect on the real boat. We need to know from which company you are integrating the API, and we can give you access to the demo charter company.
Okay. We will wait 1 minute more to see if there is more questions. Okay. In any case, you can contact us via email, via the chat on our website. You can meet us at Biograd Boat Show right now. You can meet us at ICE in a month, so in less than a month. You will obviously be coming at Booking Manager Summit, right? So we will have many, many more chances to answer any of your questions. So I will see you in a few more weeks on the 6th of November for the next episode of Booking Manager Academy, where we will be talking about data, but not API data. We will talk about how to analyze the data and the reports for the after season to plan strategically your 2026. Okay. Thank you so much to everybody that was here with us today. Thank you for taking the time to join us, and see you next month. Have a great day.
Bye.